So this is going to be a really odd video because as I'm describing this absolutely phenomenal Miyabi Black chef's knife and the series, I am also going to be trying to convince the majority of you not to buy it, which is really weird for a knife retailer like Cutlery and More, or anyone at that matter. But the reality is that this knife, as amazing as it is intended for a very specific person with a specific set of knife skills and quite the budget. So let's dive in. This is the Miyabi Black, and it is the top of the line Miyabi series that we carry at Cutlery More. In fact, I think it's the top of the line Miyabi series that's ever been made. The blade is constructed of MC66 stainless steel, which has a 66 Rockwell hardness, and there lies the problem for a lot of people. So this is one of the strongest steels, and it's stainless steel on top of it, so it's like strength on top of strength on top of strength. And with that, although this will hold its edge for a ridiculously long amount of time, it is also prone to cracking and chipping if it is not handled properly. So this knife does not like to be torqued or twisted in any type of way. If you drop it, good luck. You're most likely going to lose the tip or crack the edge. If you are used to the rock chop, where as you're going down the product, you are kind of pushing into the cutting board and then twisting a little bit to move down, it's not a fan of that type of movement. This knife likes very straightforward type of cutting techniques, so the push chop, tap chop to a degree. And basically, this is one of those things where it can cut through the seed of an avocado, but if you catch it on the wrong angle and you twist it the wrong way, you're gonna be left with some challenges. If you have a lot of experience, and I don't mean a little bit of experience, if you have a lot of experience with various grits of whetstone, you're comfortable with very particular cutting techniques, and you've worked with Japanese knives in the past that have at least, say, an SG2 steel with that 63 Rockwell hardness, then this could be for you. However, in the sense of the investment in this knife and the hardness of the steel, if you're not comfortable with Japanese knives, not comfortable working with a Rockwell hardness above that 63 mark, then I would highly recommend some of the other Miyabi knives that are absolutely phenomenal. They're less expensive, they have a bit of a softer steel, but it's still really hard to compare to a lot of the ones out there, and they're much easier to maintain. Now that I've scared the majority of you away, or there's some of you who are like, now that I'm told I shouldn't have it, I want it. If that's the case, that's fine. But here we go. So on top of the MC66 steel, we have 137 layers of Damascus. And gosh, what a stunning blade this is as well. The spine is rounded, as well as the heel just a little bit more so on the spine. And as the spine comes down, it tapers off into the bolster, which is very comfortable at the pinch grip. The handle is made from the prized Bigleaf maple tree, and it is dyed this beautiful black color that pairs perfectly with the layers of Damascus. There is a mosaic pin in the center, black inlays in the stainless steel end cap, and the kanji logo at the end cap as well. Now, the combination of the bolster, the heavier natural wood Bigleaf maple handle, and the end cap make this a little bit of a handle heavy knife, as you can see here. The other Miyabi knives are near perfectly balanced at the bolster, so this is just a tad heavier, and you can feel the warmth in this handle from that natural wood. It's hard to describe other than that. It just has a different grip, a different feel. You can definitely feel the price tag that this comes with. The stainless steel goes through a process called powdered metallurgy, and this is where they take various metals, grind them down into a really fine powder, mix them all together so they're homogenized, and then form the stainless steel. With that, you get a very fine microstructure, and it basically allows the blade to be equally hard all throughout. It's just perfectly homogenized. And that, combined with the heating and cooling process that Zwilling, the parent company of Miyabi, brought to the production process, it basically just makes this a ridiculously durable steel, while at the same time still being prone to chipping and cracking if the blade is not handled properly. All right, folks, so there you have it. This is the Miyabi Black. You can get this 8-inch chef's knife along with a bunch of other knife styles in the Miyabi Black series. So if you made it this far into the video, chances are this knife is for you, or you're just super intrigued and maybe want to level up your game to get to the point where a knife like this does make sense for you. So if you've got the budget, you have the experience working with whetstones so you can sharpen this at home, you know how to handle fine Japanese blades, and you are also experienced with working with these knives in such a way that you're not going to torque them so you don't end up chipping or cracking the edge, then the Miyabi Black is definitely the knife for you. I'm Chef Brandon with Cutlery and More. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please be sure to check out all of our other Miyabi videos. We have one that covers every single one of our 9 series, and then we have individuals that go over the Kaizen 2, the Birchwood, the Birchwood, the Koya, the Mizu, the Artisan, and the Evolution. Thanks.